By doing so, you'll actually be helping out our website on Google too, so thanks. Anyways, on that page, I spent a lot of time making it so simple so that any beginner could read through it, test out the calculator, and hopefully get a decent understanding of what impermanent loss actually is. Oh, by the way, we still gotta get to how that one viewer earned $17,000. But first, I need to have a talk with you about something. Now, I must say if you've enjoyed this video so far, you're going to absolutely love what else I have in store. If you want a full DeFi for beginners guide, I've actually just created one for free. You can go to whiteboardcrypto.com, enter your email, and you'll be sent a link to enroll. Now I know what you're wondering, why the email? Well, we also have a newsletter, and along with that newsletter, I've set something up called incentivized learning. This means to get people excited about crypto technology and the DeFi world, when you get the newsletter, there's a quiz at the end. If you're one of the first few people to actually read through the newsletter and correctly answer the questions in the quiz, I will personally send you some free crypto. Actually, this last week, we gave away $1,000 to the lucky learners. Anyways, if that isn't enough to convince you, we also have a Discord with a few other giveaways, a super helpful community, and in the future we plan to do AMAs and maybe live streams, but specifically on the Discord platform. Enough shilling of our high-value newsletter and the world's best free DeFi guide. Let's get into another way that you can make money with DeFi. The last one is called incentives. Now this one's really simple, but the thing is, you just have to know about it. For this section, I'm going to explain two different options. One is incentives, and the other is airdrops. So let's imagine you're in charge of advertising a blockchain network so that people will know more about it and actually try to use it. The question is, how do you do that? Well, you could buy a billboard, and it might work, but the issue is 99% of people that see that billboard will not know anything about crypto because we're so early to this space. Another thing you could try is try to buy ads on the internet. And the issue with this is that there were a ton of scams that happened in 2017 and 2018 because people would just run ads for their scam, cash out, and then hide for the rest of eternity. So a lot of places on the internet do not allow crypto ads. Even more so, we can just assume that TV ads and radio ads won't work. So what's the answer? How do you advertise it? Well, what if you just took that advertising money and literally gave it to the people using your blockchain? This way, they get excited and they tell their friends and family, and you can literally prove that your marketing dollars are working because they have to use the blockchain to get the money. This is exactly what is happening right now in the crypto world. In fact, one blockchain called Avalanche announced something called the Avalanche Rush Incentive Program, where they're basically giving away a bunch of free tokens just for using the blockchain. When they launched it, the total amount was worth around $180 million. But now, because the price of the token increased, it's valued at over $720 million. The Near blockchain also just announced an $800 million incentive program too. The Phantom network is taking a different approach by offering millions of dollars to developers to create certain applications on their blockchain. Basically, money is being given out to people just for using the blockchains and trying out the platforms for free, and you can be one of those people. If you want the specifics of how to actually do this, sign up to that newsletter I mentioned before. But speaking of trying out platforms, the second part of this includes airdrops. And this is exactly how that one viewer who watched a video spent $250 and then turned it into $17,000. By the way, it's actually on the blockchain. You can view the page where he made the money. Let me explain this in a simple way. Let's say you're a company but you want to go public. You sell your shares, and people who buy your shares get access to the company's profits. But even more importantly, they get a vote in the decisions of the company. And if you hold a large enough amount, your decisions really matter. For crypto applications, they don't have companies or a stock. Instead, they have tokens. So if you hold a bunch of tokens, you get some of the profit from the platform, and you also get to make decisions about the platform moving forward. A few weeks ago, a platform called ENS launched a token so that the holders could make decisions to their platform. Instead of straight up just selling it to people, they just said, hey, we're going to take a look at people who have actually used our platform, and then we're going to give those users our tokens. And that is what they did. This is called an airdrop. Everyone who used the platform before a specific date earned these free tokens. Personally, I got 213 tokens, and I sold them within a few hours for a nice $5,000. Now here's the issue. If I had held them, they'd be worth a lot more. But I incorrectly assumed if everyone was getting $5,000, that everyone else would sell too. And maybe they did. But big companies like Coinbase and other large market movers bought up all these tokens. and because of this, the price spiked all the way up to $80 per token. One of our viewers who contacted me on Discord said he sold his 200-ish tokens for a nice $17,000 during the peak price. To me, it was actually surreal when he said these exact words. It was because of your ENS video that I bought my domain. Anyways, this is actually the second valuable airdrop that I have ever received. The first was for using a blockchain bridge, which we have a video on, and that airdrop was worth around $1,500. Now, wrapping this up, there is so much money being moved into the crypto and blockchain space that just by being around and keeping your eyes open, you can probably earn a decent amount of money. The trade-off is that as more people get into the space, these incentives, these airdrops, and even the lending rates will start to drop. Another thing is there will also be scams. And I do want to say regarding that, I want to make a quick note that I will never contact you in the comments below. Those people are scammers and impersonators. Also, I highly recommend never to reach out to anyone in the YouTube comments. They are there to take your money. We do have a video on interesting crypto scams coming up, so if you aren't subscribed, definitely hit that subscription button. Hopefully my videos have been helpful to you, and if they have, you can support us by clicking that like button. Or you can watch some of the other videos on our channel and go down the rabbit hole of DeFi. I promise you'll learn something new. I also want to say one last thing ending this video. As a disclaimer, don't think that I made this video to take a dump on BlockFi. I think that they are needed to get people interested in crypto. But if you have the knowledge, BlockFi is simply a third party taking your money, making more money on it, and then happily giving some back to you. I think they're like a highway on-ramp. We need them for mass adoption. Anyways, as we end this video, we hope that you enjoyed it, we really hope that you've learned something, and most of all, we hope to see you on the other videos in our channel.